So one of the very used source of knowledge for any company or individual is their website. For example, if you want to do business with Accelerant and you want to know, you want to have a little bit more knowledge about Accelerant, going through their website could be an amazing way, right? Could be a very good starting point. But Accelerant has thousands and thousands of pages in their website. And one way to get all of them and provide it to a large language model is them or crawling through them. So we have a very nice and simple tool called crawl-to-json for it. This is the tool that I wrote for this very specific purpose. And it's very, very easy to use. So just two commands we need to know. One is npx crawl-to-json config, npx crawl-to-json crawl. And all you need is Node.js installed in your system. So let me show you how to use this tool. Npx crawl-to-json config is the first command you need to run. It will ask you a bit of questions. What is the starting URL to crawl? Maybe I want to crawl Accelerant's website. So I'll use it. The pattern, for example, Accelerant website may have some external links as well. I want my crawling to remain within accelerant.com, right? So the option they are providing is reasonable enough. I need to extract everything within the body tag. Maybe, it can be any number. But to begin with, I'll say start with 10 pages. So what kind of response you are getting back. And then there can be some selectors that you want to ignore. For example, the header, the navigation, the pop-up menus, the cookie menu, right? You don't want them in those data in your knowledge base, right? So you can ignore them. So what it does is this command npx crawl to json config is it creates this config file for you in the same directory from where you are invoking it. So here you can see that I have all the config. If I really want to scrap the entire website, I would ideally keep a much larger maximum number of, I'll maybe keep timeout to be 10 or 12 seconds. Number of retries, I'll make it to 5. And levels, I'll make it as deep as it may go, like 20 or something like that, so that I have the entire website's content. And certain, URLs patterns that I want to ignore, I can mention here. Here are some of the common patterns are already created for you that you would like to ignore. And header and footer are already created for you what you would like to ignore, right? So once you have the config ready, all you need to do is either you can customize it a little bit, or all you need to do is you need to run the command npx crawl to json crawl. This is the second command. And as soon as you do this, the crawler starts and you can clearly see that all the pages that is being crawled and scrapped for you. And it uses a streaming API, so you don't need to worry about the memory size. Even if you're scrapping thousands of pages, it won't block your computer, hopefully. And now if I go to the output file, crawl to json output.json, so you can see that I have each of the pages here, each of the URLs, the entire content there, right? So these information will be very useful when we use them either directly in one of the chatbots or in our custom GPTs. So again, two simple commands. One is npx crawl to json config, npx crawl to json crawl. You don't need to install anything. Whatever dependencies are, it will install all by itself. You just need Node.js in your system, and you just need to run these two.